everyone, welcome back to Fish and Tips. Last episode we did 𝗖𝗵𝗽𝗁 fishing. And now we're going to do deep water squid fishing. Let's check it out.
What a beautiful size.
Deep water squid fishing. Tell us about that.
So deep water squid fishing, we are targeting diamondback squid. These animals, these squid get to around 1 meter in length, about that long, 20-30 kilos in weight. We're fishing down deep, 500 meters or more, in the dark, really dark zone. So we use lights to try and attract the squid. We don't use hooks, we don't use bait. There are special jig lures called bulbs, rubber lures with several hooks. So we put between 4 to 5 squid jigs on a vertical line. The jigs are down 500 meters or more. There's a weight on the end to hold the gear vertical in the water. We place a float on the top portion and we allow the gear to drift 3-4 hours and we come back and retrieve.
Awesome. So where did this type of fishing come from?
Again, this is another one from Asia, around Japan.
Wow.
Around Japan, yeah. Several countries in our region in the Pacific has done some trials. Vanuatu, Fiji, French Polynesia, Aitutaki, your neighbor, and they've managed to catch these squid. Tonga has a little fishery, so it's an underutilized resource. It's there. We just got to figure out how to sustainably harvest them and understand a bit more about the biology. Yeah, so we can develop a fishery for deep water squid. Unfortunately, Kura's not here. She's learning how to write a new song. I think she's going to be doing some singing one day soon. But I've asked William to come and give me a hand to demonstrate fishing for diamondback squid. William, what is this?
Yeah, this is the electric reel with the 12-volt motor. It has a spool with 500 meters of braid line with and 50 meters of red mono added onto it. You have this arm that hangs overboard and the pulley where it can roll through and gather the line easily.
So William, do you think I can use my homemade wooden handrail for fishing for diamondback squid?
Yeah, you can, but you have to keep in mind that we are fishing at 500 meters and we get like 2 or 3 pieces, can be 4 if all the hooks catch. And that will be quite a burden to do that consistently, drop and haul 500 meters, yes. Up and down, up and down.
I can already feel it.
Yeah. The other components, we have the elastic rubber. Here's the spool with the trunk line and a snap to connect to the main line and a swivel every 5 meters. And here's the light that is pressure resistant to 500 meters. It's a blue light. There are people who use green light also and say it's effective. Then we have the lures. You have barbed hooks, 2 tiers, and some of these have 3 tiers, 1, 2, and 3. And here is the lure, homemade lure, made from water bottle, cut in half, 2 bottles put together. And the final component is your sinker with a hook on it. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 hooks on every line. You can also use rebar for sinkers if you wish.
So William, I like to set like multiple lines, 4 or 5 lines. So what I do is drift them. The end of the braid, there's a loop on it, on the main line. I attach either the float directly to it, or I put 1 or 2 smaller floats in between the loop on the braid on the main line and the flagpole.
We've talked about the components. Now let's see how to put it together. Here we have the main line running off the spool. At the end of the main line, you will see we have a snap that connects onto the trunk line, which has 5 meters between each component, right towards the sinker. The first component is the light that is connected to the shank in between the swivel. Between the main line and the light, we have what you call a shock absorber, elastic line. This is connected to the top of the line, at the end of the main line, and to the top of the blue light.
But don't forget, you need to bring this shock absorber through the pulley.
Oh yes, sure. Thank you for that.
That's why it's good to have two people fishing, to remind the other what to do.
Yeah.
So, let's go.
Catch 5 squid with 4 hooks.
I've done that before. For diamondback squid, get to the fishing ground before sunrise. Attach the sinker lure to the bottom end of the trunk line. Carefully lower the sinker into the water and slowly release the trunk line. Then attach the bulb lures to the swivels placed 5 meters apart along the trunk line. You can attach up to 3 bulb lures to the trunk line in addition to the sinker lure. After the last bulb lure has been put in the water, attach the blue light to the trunk line. Don't forget to switch it on before dropping it in the water. Make sure you have your shock absorber attached to your trunk line. You should drop the gear to 500 meters before sunrise. Make sure to stay well away from fads to avoid tangling with the fad mooring rope. Attach a float and flag to the gear before letting it drift. Then get ready to drop the next line. You can set 3 to 4 lines, one after the other, using commercial or handmade lures. If you forget to do it before leaving, remember to straighten the barbs of the lures before using them. Ideally, start hauling up the lines in the early afternoon. Retrieve the float and secure it to one of the boat cleats before attaching the main line end to its reel. Start reeling in the main line until you get to the trunk line. Unsnap the trunk line from the main line and connect it to its spool. Wind the trunk line manually onto the spool. Unsnap the bulb lures as they come in and stack them neatly in a box.
Some we take, some we share with the taxman.
2, eh? 2?
Yeah.
Oh!
Wait.
Oh! Wait. Diamondback. The one we want.
Oh!
What a beautiful size.
This is the end of this episode. No hot tips today, but we'll see you again next time. Bye.